Hello everyone and welcome to Base Invaders by Rustoria. Today we have North America 6v6's $100 tournament. Today I am joined in the casting booth by Ped. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing absolutely amazing. Glad to be back again this week with more Rust action. Obviously, it is very, very exciting in Rustoria. Every week there seems to be another event which blows my mind, so I'm hoping for the exact same stuff today. How about yourself? How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It's going to be a good day of action. We already saw EU earlier, and now we have NA. 6v6 is today. Last week we had 3v3, so it was a little bit more hectic. A lot more players on each team. So what do you make about these 6v6s?
Well, obviously, yeah, I was there last week for the EU 3v3, and I can say there's a lot more teams. Obviously, 6v6, there's less teams, but there's the raids go on longer. There's a lot more defense and attack going on between the two sides, attacking and defending. So with six people, it's easy to defend. And I did hear that the best won EU. And last week with 3v3, their base was open wide, five teams, but they didn't go. So that's probably where the strength is in numbers. There's always strength in numbers, and there's a lot of players crossing over in the NA tournament than there was in the EU earlier on today. I can see. So it'll be really, really exciting to see because sometimes it blows your mind. There's a couple of teams with three players, four players, not complete teams. So there's obviously going to be some unfinished bases, maybe some dropouts early stage. That happens every week anyway. So it will be really exciting. But now we are in the attack phase, so let's see what we can find.
Yeah, it's exactly like you said, and I think we talked about it a little bit last week that like having those three players, you kind of had to commit either all to raiding or all to attacking, and we definitely saw some teams fall victim to that they didn't really have the players to stay back and defend, and we already have some action here really early as a lot of people dying in this base over here.
Yeah, I wonder whose base is. It seems like the best and Pierre are fighting. The base does not have a compound, which means it's a very easy meet at the moment. So I will guess that the best are on their base because it seems
Hmm.
likely the best usually have their base up and running, but it could be the other way around. What I will say though is if they can't get their compound up the next 30 minutes, they will not be looking for a good start because the best are very, very good at attacking. And yeah, it does belong to Pierre. So the best are going to be hammering down the space, making sure the compound can't go up, just so they can get themselves an easy raid at the start. Extra 40 points on
Hmm.
their radar, but it just depends, to be honest, where the TC is hidden sometimes. Because if the TC is in an awkward spot, an unfindable spot, then it will be really really hard to find. But it seems at the moment that the base is quite open, not a lot of doors as we look around.
Hmm.
So possibly it could just be at first 10 minutes in the raid phase sort of thing if they can not get the doors up in the nick of time. But we still got 26 minutes. They've still got some time to pick up. But at the moment, it is not looking great.
Yeah, it kind of seems like the best is kind of just farming up some of these kills here, as like you said, it can be an easy early points for this team as they don't have a compound set up. They're kind of just getting kill farmed as soon as they spawn. So, and it's kind of just a straight up tower at the moment. So it seems pretty easy for best to actually rate it here. And speaking of some of our teams here, we have RNC again today in the competition. They've been in a lot of the Base Invaders tournaments in the past, but the past couple weeks haven't really been performing up to their level. What do you think of this RNC team?
Well, again, I've seen them as well in the past, and they do
Mhm.
attack very well. I think last week they fell under because three mans there to either commit or stay back, and I think they chose more a defensive approach. My mind doesn't trail back to whether they survived or not at the end, but I do think they may
Mhm.
have. But they have a good chance here to get themselves some points on the board. You never know where they're going to last. At the moment, they are top, but it does change very very quickly. They are in between a very difficult team, Capybara, who I
Mhm.
believe won last week's NA,
Yeah.
and Size as well. But Size seem to be new. I've not seen any of the Size guys before, so it could be a team that may have returned from a past week, or they just came together as a team today. But the base, it's not looking terrible. They've still got some time to
Mhm.
sort it out. But it'll be interesting to see how they take on a team like RNC. And then on the other side of them, Capybara, two teams pushing in on them, which could cause and them going early as well. But you've got to be optimistic in these sort of situations. So we will see how they hold off.
Yeah, and I mean, you talk about Capybara, another one of those teams. Like you said, they won North America last week and pretty strong in all of their competitions. And we have a lot of just these teams that perform really, really consistently. So it will be interesting. And obviously, you can't destroy the bases within this attack phase. But 25 minutes, like you said, to fix that base up, get it all going, and have to see what these teams do because two of these really heavy hitting teams right next to each other.
Yeah, and it's not going to be fun for size. I think there's a team also up on the hill there forever, which I'm unsure they have the compound completely up. It does seem like a very stone structure there, and it does look closed off. But at the same time, it's not the most defended base. It is still stone. They need to get that to metal, otherwise they will be fresh meat at the start of the raid phase, and they will be probably one of the first to get attacked. But as we were mentioning earlier, this is 6-man, so RNC can go for that raid, and they already are on the top of the base. And 2 kills there for one of the RNC members, and Forever have just been slaughtered on their roof by, I believe that's Catophagus? Catophaxius? Great name, really awkward to say.
Yeah, like you said, they're getting some of those kills, and we're kind of seeing this all around. That the more experienced teams are kind of putting that kill pressure on these bases that are a little bit less protected, and kind of just getting those kills. What the most you can do in the attack phase is get those kills, get those attack helicopters down. So RNC is starting out really good here in the lead right now with 17 points, with just pretty much in kill points. So they're doing a really good job of just kill farming on Forever here.
Yeah, and I mean, they're sat there at the top with kills really, and it's going quite well for them. Again, another base which is not yet completed, so it'll be interesting to see if they can hold them off. They have, by the looks of it, got doors, but that top door, is there a door? Yeah, seems to be open. It is now closed, but again, Forever are getting slaughtered on the top of their own base, which isn't ideal. El Tripler's stuck in there, but there is another opening. Don't believe that enters the main core though. Oh, then again, it might. But this isn't looking great at all. Takafakius, I'm not even going to say that name. Katao is going to be there on the side. He's looking to find shots, as Kaz said last week. The English pronunciation, is what you're getting. I have no idea how to say that, so if anyone else does, please let me know. But it's amazing to see how teams, just the interior base design isn't complete, but it's not, completely awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's still something to go based off of, even though it's only stones. So there's
it's not like horrible, but like you said, I think RNC is definitely making it a struggle for them because they're trying to build up their base. They're trying to get it to that next level, but RNC just like killing them while they're trying to do it. So if they don't get this upgraded, like you said, it could be really, really easy points for RNC.
Yeah, and I mean, another thing we were saying about 3-mans compared to 6-mans is 3-mans don't have as many builders. 6-mans you have the builders, so RNC, their base is probably pretty much complete. Whereas Forever might be a newest side, they're not as speedy with the building. They still haven't got their ideas in check, and that's why some of these bases may be a bit underdone because they haven't had the same experience and rush of how they have to do it and how quick they have to do it, and that's why there's a variance in between how the bases are. And they've got to also plan out who's going to go and get loot, who's going to get themselves some gear, and who's going to sit back and build the base. And it seems like none of those guys from Forever have really left the base yet, from what we've seen.
Yeah, I think that's true, and I think it definitely comes down to like experience. The more you play in these, the more you realize what you have to do, where your members have to go. And talking about this a little bit, Drunk Apes are the actual first ones to take down the attack helicopter, and it looks like they'll pretty much get it kind of uncontested. It lands right outside their base, so that should be some easy points for them to get them a little bit higher on the leaderboard.
Yeah, it's always nice to get the early points, get yourself a kickstart. I mean, sometimes having the most points though does put you at the top of the hit list, but you never know. The base, it's not looking weak at all. They've got themselves a nice roof defense there. It's well built. Probably a lot of doors in there, I could imagine. Knowing the bases like these big squares, it's filled with doors. As I referred to last week, it's a bit like Deal or No Deal. Which door you want to go for? Which door you want to use all the explosives on to find that TC? That's the most important thing here. But no, they are pretty much out the way of a lot of the danger, a lot of bother. So maybe they'll be one to watch.
Yeah, they might be one to watch, and I think it's definitely like you said. You want to find that $1 million case. You want to find that TC in one of those walls, but they kind of are a little bit separated, like we said, from others. So we'll have to see if. Like, obviously, being next to people can be very dangerous, but it gives you really easy access to raiding other people. As we're switching over here to Barber and Messi, two teams that are kind of right next to each other, along with a couple other bases around them. So, like I said, a lot of being close to another team can be good and bad. I mean, if you're a really experienced team, could be early, easy raid points, but if you're not, it could be points for the other team and going out early in the tournament.
Yeah, and there's James here again with his backwards name. We've seen him last week in EU. I'm not sure about NA, but he is a very solid player. very, very good at defending his base, I can put it that way. But there seems to be a lot of teams getting on the action. You've got OPG on the right, the best on the left, and then there's just Barber and Messi with the two bases. But it does seem like Messi and Barber were teaming on OPG to get them out of the equation. But there is only, as it seems, one OPG player there at the moment. Maybe some more on the right. Yeah, there you go. They're in the gas station. Oh, there. Where's it coming from? On the right.
Yeah, it looks like there's some players all around, and it kind of seems like, yeah, it's kind of just a mess right now. You can't really destroy any bases unless they're twig, so kind of just going for those kill points, trying to get some pressure on those other teams, see if you can stop them from building, see if they can allocate more resources to defending rather than building, and maybe give yourself an easier option for raiding. And still looking at the leaderboard a little bit, we see the best is currently in the lead. The winners from the EU, I believe, 31 points right now, and RNC holding second with 28, so a little bit of early leads coming out from these two teams.
Yeah, how did you see Jamesy there go for a suicide mission on the top of the base? I think he got one or two people and then ended up taken to heaven himself. But it's an interesting way to go about it. This team seems to have a better base than most, but the roof defense isn't looking very strong at the moment. They could be doing with getting all that stuff to metal. They have got themselves some peak points they can see down below. I think they've left some triangles in there to view down under. But, you know, Messi are trying to get in there as well now. You got Ziz waiting out. That name does ring a bell to me. Again, a lot of shooting happening. RNC are popping up over the other side of the map as well, but not looking too bad at all for Messi especially. They're pushing in very heavily.
Yeah, a lot of teams, like we said, just shooting around, and Barber trying to get those defenses up. We said they were being raided and attacked by a lot of other teams getting shot at, so it might have been stalling those defenses, but with just a little bit over half of our attack phase left, still interesting because Messi gonna take some shots on the Barber team again, just trying to stop those builds, try and stall them as much as possible to make them an easier target. They do have a nice lower base, but I think, like you're saying, their upper is a little bit weaker, as one of the Messi players actually gets a really nice kill on one of the Barber players.
I think that's maybe a possible downside to the base at the moment. Those ramps, because as soon as players go down there to try and upgrade them, you've got Messi just there waiting, peeking around underneath those ramps just to shoot the legs, and it's not exactly the nicest. But here comes Messi and OPG. Here we go. Here's a battle here, 1-on-1. Who's Atheist on 26. Messi's coming in for the kill, and he gets the kill. There's Ziz. He didn't really take much damage either, so that's a good one for him. Now OPG looking to be pushed back to their base here by Messi, but it does seem like it's a lone soldier in Ziz. No one's assisting him in his takeovers, but it does seem like he did the trick, and OPG have fell back. It was Atheist who was sat there for quite a while shooting at all the bases around, Messi and obviously the other guys over there on the right.
Yeah. And we're gonna switch up to the top here a little bit and go to actually Messi's base. So I think that like you're saying, the lone soldier kind of went out trying to find those kills, trying to stop some of those players from advancing too far out. Obviously, Barber is like right next to them, so having another team pushing out is kind of more hurtful to them. So eliminating those other players really good from OPG, and Messi kind of just building up, protecting right now as we approach about 16 minutes left in our attack phase. The best still holding down our first place spot with 36 points, so not too bad already, but obviously just going to be kind of a bloodbath with a lot of walls out here in this trench land of Rust.
Yeah, I mean, again, it was quite clever. Messi taking the attention off their base, because now their base is looking pretty much completed. I mean, it's a very solid roof defense either way. Here comes Lauter taking some loot back, most likely, to the base. Here's Drunk Capes. They've got the helicopter, maybe again. Not bad for them at all. And they're going to get themselves a lot of points. We're going to go and take a look at them now, see what's going on. Seems to be a bit further away from the base this time, though, so it could be a bit of a trek, but doesn't seem like.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a walk, but it's exactly like you said. They get that second attack helicopter, so could be a lot of points. Getting 2 attack helicopters to start the tournament out today is not too bad. They're a little bit isolated from everybody else, so they haven't got as many kills, but as these boxes cool off from the fire, they definitely will be getting some really nice points, and already at 17, and these crates will definitely add up for them.
Yep, it will indeed. They're going to get the loot as well. It's always nice to have. Looks like we'll go and see Mr. Brad's been taken down as well. Looks like Santa, they're the only people around, have taken taking down poor Brad. So Santa, a team we've also seen the past couple of weeks. Last week they did quite strongly, I do believe. The week before they were just pissing around with a nice little castle base in the midst of nowhere. But now it seems like they're going for a couple of kills. There's a lot of Bienkenj. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. Oh yeah, by Ken J. Yeah, I didn't see that, but here you go. Sat on the tower. They look like they're going to be shooting down.
Yeah, they're gonna shoot down on Santa, and like you said, Santa another one of those kind of consistent teams in 7th place right now with 15 points. But really, any of these teams, when it comes to the rating phase, will have the ability to catch up because, as we know, those TCs are worth so many, and one can just skyrocket you into first place. But we'll have to see what they decide to do. Obviously, sitting on the top 10 right now is a good place to be, but a little bit lacking on those kill points. But a TC could push them into that first place.
It could indeed. I mean, it doesn't really start to come out until maybe even the last 30 minutes of the raid phase sometimes to get the points on the board. I mean, last week I seen a team come out of nowhere because two of the top teams, when they went out, all three of them, their base was left open, and there you go, TC farmed in the space of 5 minutes. Two of the top teams knocked off, and there you go. It just opens a whole new horizon for everybody else to get themselves in on the top spots. But attack phase is always interesting because you start to see who the best people are, killing people and shooting. And you also see the best raiders sometimes, like jumping on the base early, making sure they're holding down the fort on someone else's home. They keep that base from being developed even further, which is, exactly how you're going to get your raids as soon as it starts. Get those points on the board early. And if you can hold them off, good on you. But it seems to be the teams with the most raids who rack up the most points. That's probably a written rule anyway, but often that's 4 raids.
Definitely seems like it's more of like a chess match between these teams because obviously you want to be able to defend your base, but it's exactly like you said, raiding is the key part of this, and getting down those TCs, the teams that are the most aggressive, the teams that can find those TCs the fastest, that can play that chess match better while protecting their own king, their own base, seem to win every time.
It's amazing. But here's by Ken J again. It looks like where their base is, next to Back and NC. So again, a lot of action going on here. A lot of shooting. Doesn't seem like By Ken J are involved in it. They just seem to be the outsiders here. They are just fixing up their roof, making sure everything's perfect. Reinforced metal there as well on the top. Over there, the base doesn't seem to be completed fully, but hey, Back are shooting heavily over there. And there's another base up on the left as well. RNC this is. So it's that. Oh, well, there's a lot of teams in that area, because this is where we were before. Obviously, RNC were going for the kills on forever, it seemed, but here's Size. Oh, Inky looking to push on Size now. RNC just like to move around, and the kills came, looks like it was RNC. Chapapi.
Yeah. They're going to get a few kills there, and I think it's like you said that they're trying to spread out their aggression to like all these different teams to try and slow down them equally, not necessarily just focusing on one team. We talked about how they were attacking forever, but now are trying to slow down this Size team. They get a couple kills, but they do lose one member, as Memory going to be walking around the side, and the shots will trade, and they will eliminate that RNC member from the outside of their base.
Yeah, I mean, and I could have called that from happening. You see Memory pushing there, down the side. RNC with the back turned, L triple I think it was, with the back turn, which didn't exactly help his case, because when he turned around he'd already had a couple of shots pumped into his body, and there we go, he takes the death again. Inky as well. Oh, what a shot that was from Zazen with his long shot there, took him out completely. Now Inky's also took the L, so maybe Size are actually a team that we need to watch out for, and RNC need to be scared, because so far they seem to be taking this RNC attack on them really well. And it's not even in the raid phase yet, so you never know. When Size get a chance to go after RNC, that may be when they start being scared and sitting back on their base a bit more.
Oh yeah, 100%. And those shots, absolutely insane. They definitely are really good shooters. But like you said, they might be a team that we have to watch, and any team can really take you out. And RNC being one of those top teams, being one of those consistent teams, does kind of have that target on their back, like we've talked about. That being one of those top scorers, being one of those top teams, if you eliminate one of those top teams, it's less competition for you and more points for you. So Capybara actually going to get a kill, I believe, outside of their own base, but kills racking up.
Yep, there's a lot more attack in 6s than there was in 3s, so it's nice to see. Buga, a name I'm familiar with from last week, maybe in the winning side as well for Capybara, I'm not too sure. He was definitely in the EU Capybara team, who were one of those teams who went out and raided and then they had no one home, so they did get taken out. They were like second and then bang, gone. But WK as well, another team we see returning from the past. And here's the patrol helicopter. I'll be wondering, be funny to see who takes this. Maybe Drunk Apes get the third in the row. Who knows?
That'd be funny. Get a little patrol helicopter hat trick would be good points for them, and we talked about them a little bit. They're a little bit isolated at the moment and only have 33 points and sitting in 5th place right now. The best just dropping down to 2nd, obviously winning EU, coming out with a strong performance in our attacking phase. About a third of our attacking phase left with about 10 minutes, so teams running out of time to really build up their bases, and if they don't do it soon, it's going to give you easy points for some other teams. But WK do get some kills over here at the gas station, and we'll be securing it.
WK are always a team to go out in attack phase and get some kills. We've seen it in the past, and they're doing it again. They seem to enjoy the 6-mans and 7-mans a lot more than they enjoyed the 3-mans. They like to go out in big squads. They like to take people down early, and they seem to have really good base builds because the bases tends to be up quite quickly. It means they can just go and explore in this attack phase. They don't have to be home. They can go and see where they're going first to raid. And that's something I said last week: is you've got to pick your battles. Who do you want to take first? Who do you think you have the skill to take? And there's Big Papit, who I also did see last week, another very strong player. Capybara, obviously a very strong team as well. But we're going to go and have a move now over to the left. Here's Pod. It's at 10th currently with 19 points. I assume all from kills. EMP up on the hill there. They do have the high ground, but it does seem like a bit of a mixture here. Pod and Matopa as well, coming in from behind, getting a kill on a Pod player.
Yeah, just some shots coming out. Pod getting some kills traded back after losing 2 members there, and best right now currently in the lead with 59, jumping back up to that 1st place only by 1 point at the moment. But kind of a war zone out here. Some of the teams we haven't really seen yet: EMP, Pod, and MTO. I can't even say their name.
Matopa.
Toper, yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. They don't like to make it easy for us. They don't like to make it easy for us casters. They like to give it a difficult one. At least Pod's quite there and ready. We can say Pod and EMP, and friends over there. But Matopa, that's trying to rush us off a bit. Oh, we've got a Russian player sat in there. Let me see if I can try and pronounce that name. Oh, it's Fizikal. Fizikal is the first letter. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they don't, like you're saying, they don't like to make it easy. They like to make all those funny and amazing names, but a little bit of just kind of like absolute madness here. There's lots of different walls being placed all around, as this EMP team kind of does have that high ground, a little bit of advantage there, but a lot of deaths happening kind of all around here.
Yeah, and I can't actually confirm the Russian does translate to physical pain. Physical pain. My pronunciation skills not the best, but that's what 2 years of Russian does, you guys. You can really feel this game and pronounce everyone's name. But no, Pod getting that was a nice shot there off the top of EMP on Pod, just a very distance as well. Matopa also gagging in now in EMP. Tino looking to take out Yellen. Oh, and he does successfully. That's the end of Jelen.
Yeah, he takes him out on the middle field. This EMP team kind of has that sniper and just kind of aiming down, trying to get some long-range shots in. But there are a lot of walls here that have been built up here as 2 teams engage on each other. It's EMP still trying to push out. I think both of these teams trying to push out, gain more of this ground, but it looks like Toper will actually get the better of the fight.
Yeah, physical pain was taken out eventually by Matopa, and a name equally as difficult to pronounce. But here's Team EMP taken out this time. Bam Bam had no problem bamming him. Marzio coming up the hill. Oh, it's 1-on-1 here. Who's going to take it? Looks like Bam took a few hits, but Marzi gets taken down by one of his teammates. It seems from the bottom of the hill, and there you go. That's teamwork, if you call it. The communication was right. But now EMP are just going to be sitting on the roof. The roof's looking lovely. Got great peak spots as well. So the base is looking quite solid for EMP. But as we've seen in the past, solid bases don't always get you the wins. Oh, and the Drunk Apes have got the third helicopter now.
They do it. They actually get the hat trick of taking down all 3 helicopters. And as we're focusing on this kind of EMP team, we talked about how Toper is kind of pushing up, gaining all that extra ground that could make it really, really easy when it comes to this raid phase. And only 5 minutes remaining in this attack phase, so I assume teams are going to start falling soon after, because a lot of teams have been gaining ground, a lot of teams have been pushing the aggression onto other teams, and Have to see if Drunk Apes can actually secure those crates of that third helicopter. They already got 33 points from those first two, so see if they can get all those third crates and make it that full hat trick.
Yeah, it does seem like Matopia are looking at EMP for a first raid, but I must say EMP are very, very good at defending this. They don't seem like taking a drop anytime soon. They've got the cover there, and although it does leave his legs wide open, no pun intended, but either way, EMP are looking solid at the moment.
Yeah, they have that really nice high ground. They have the high ground to look down on the team approaching them, and it looks like yeah, Drunk Apes pretty much no one contesting them for this helicopter here. So once this fire goes out, they will get all of the crates most likely from this third helicopter. Obviously, they got the first one, they got the second one, they will now get the third one. So
Yeah.
it'll be a lot of really nice points for them to start off the game. Obviously, they didn't get a lot of kill points. They haven't really been aggressing on anyone, but these helicopters are really, really nice for them.
Yeah, you can see the remains of the other two just chilling on the floor. No one seems to be around to stop them. They're having a great time with the helicopters. You look at dancing around, jumping about, having a great time. Placing the sleeping bags as well. Good on them. Good on them. I've never seen that. 3 helicopters in 30 minutes, but these guys have really impressed me. And as I said, something blows your mind each week. And this week I've been blowing my mind with 3 patrol helicopters being taken down by 1 squad. But here's Punk on That's White.
Yeah, they are pushing up a little bit on this team. It looks like they have a really nice defense set up already, though. Really nice compound, along with some nice roof peaks to go along with it. And I believe it is their base, so just going to be defending it from the top and kind of pushing in, but a really, really nice base overall, and the member of Punk actually taken out on the outside of the wall.
Oh, and a member of That White taken as well, but he's coming back, taking his loot, no problem for him. But, ooh. What I will say, though, is one thing that was mentioned last week was that teams like to hide underneath the roof structures. So there's no triangles in the space to look down, so it could be a pain in the arse for them if someone comes and ladders up underneath one of the structures, because then they don't have a clean shot at all. Maybe those peaks are good enough, but they would risk themselves getting killed in the action. So you never know. Depends on how the teams play the tactics, if they can play them right. But Punk do seem to have found themselves a first raid here, and sometimes it goes badly, sometimes it goes well. I mean, I can't see this one going too well at the moment, the way it's going. But here's another Russian name for me to try and work out, crack the code.
Yeah, it looks like Punk, like you said, trying to find this first raid target. We're approaching about 2 minutes left in this attack phase, so teams really need to start picking their targets now of who they're going to raid first. Obviously, they will have an hour and 30 minutes to raid other bases, so it's a lot of time, but it goes by really quickly. And it's like you said, it's really a very much a luck game of trying to find that TC, and if the more time you spend attacking, the better chance you have. So we'll have to see, but like you said, Punk trying to find this first raid. It will be available to raid in about 2 minutes, but they do have that really nice peaks, and lost one of those other teams that is sitting on the outside, kind of taking those shots, kind of pestering from afar, and just staying in their own base for now.
Yeah, it's actually crazy to see how much they can shove on one roof. Very interesting shooting points they've got there. I've not quite seen that yet. I mean, I have seen loads of structures being placed on the roof, like a square, but this is a new one for me. Maybe it'll work for them. It does look quite snazzy. I'll give them that. But you're not going for style points in this game. You're going for the win. You're going for the most protected, and we'll soon see if it works off them. But they're playing some long fire here without snipers. It looks like the AKs are coming out.
Yeah,
out the window.
If they had style points, though, if we gave out style points, I think they would deserve some.
Beautiful base.
Yeah, it's a nice base.
RNC,
It's got a lot of shooting points, like you said, but about a minute left here in this attack phase. All heck is about to break loose as the raiding phase becomes available again. An hour and 30 minutes for these teams, and if your TC is destroyed, you are out.
Whose base is this? Is this Capybara's base? Oh, right. Well, you see, another team, but they like to keep it... Oh, well, NC aren't home. Oh, one is, but where's the rest of them? They're up there. Right. This might not end well for them, because Capybara are all around this base, and what I was going to say is that's a very cleaner roof design. They haven't shoved as much on it, but again, sometimes it's not great if you haven't, because they can just hide very easily on that wall. There's no peaks to shoot them. They've got a really free ride, but
Yeah,
5 seconds.
that might not be the best base to have, like you said, NC kind of away from that base. And here we are into the raid phase. An hour and 30 minutes is what these teams will have, and right away, Friends is
Ooh.
eliminated and Piru is eliminated. So two of our really nice teams that we've been focusing on, the best one of those teams already jumping into that first and second place spot respectively.
Yeah, well, Piru with that team with no compound, and the best had taken over in the first 2 minutes of the attack phase, so that was a give them up. But Size here had a really good go at RNC. I mean, that RNC might have to come home instead of going forever, which is what I assumed RNC were going for to begin with. But as I said, Size were really, really doing well with the kills on RNC, so it was something I was expecting. And so far, they're just trying to break through that first layer of the base, but again, as this team seems to do a lot, you can see the hexagonal structure inside, the honeycomb design, hiding the TC in one of 1,000 doors, and we get to play a nice game of Deal or No Deal again.
Yeah, like we talked about before, and while we were talking about that, Capybara does take out that NC team. So exactly like we were predicting, that team was not home, they were out away, and they paid the ultimate price. They will be eliminated from the tournament. But Sai's putting on really, really nice rockets right now, really looking for that TC. A lot of those players having to come home, already 3 or 4 of them coming back from that raid, and now they are here to defend as those rockets just rain down from Size.
Yeah, a lot of it's getting taken. Their base isn't looking too good at the moment, but as we know from previous weeks, it doesn't really matter how your base looks as long as you can hold it off for the whole hour and 30 minutes. But again, Eclipse getting lit up by Size. Zazen again. He's the player who took out Inky from afar. Joker tying as well. Oh, Zazen again.
Wow.
It's Tafakius going. Size, popping off at the moment. It's Zazen going in. 2 or 3 kills for him there. I mean, really solid. Inky getting taken as well. RNC are getting melted at the moment.
Yeah, they're getting absolutely obliterated. Zazen putting absolutely insane shots down, getting 3 kills already. So productive with his life so far, and getting a really, really nice push as another member of RNC goes down in that kind of trench outside. And Size putting on a really, really nice push on one of our really, really consistent teams, RNC.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is actually quite a surprise one. Recoil in the base, Joker taking the L inside of it. I mean, now we're going to the top where they're all respawning here. Recoil just looking through those prison bars, trying to have a little look around, peek about. And I'm not quite sure who's shooting who here, but Size are starting to build up outside this base, and they fancy themselves with this raid. They don't see themselves losing. But again, it's one of those bases that you've got to spend a bit of time on it. You've got to guess right. You've got to spend a lot of boom on it. So hopefully for them it's productive, or it could just be an absolute murder. RNC re-gearing at the top there, ready to jump down. Size, one of the players getting taken out finally by RNC. Looks like they have the peak down sort of in there, whether that's from misplacement. Oh yeah, they do. They have the triangles, so they do have the views down below, which is one thing I did mention. It's always good to have, so no one can build up on you. And it also gives you very good peak points. But it does seem like the this side of their base is just not a part of the base anymore. It's just sort of deteriorated. Now Dripper getting taken again. Zazen's going crazy, man. No one can take this guy. No one can take him. He's all over this base.
Yeah, this man is absolutely insane, putting down the best shots ever, and I think, like you said, Size ripping just the biggest hole in RNC's base already, and Size just really moving in here, trying to take down this base. They blew a hole in the side, really looking for that TC, but they will have to waste a lot of resources to try and find it. Like you said, it is in one of these random doors.
They took the ringleader out there. Zazen just took the death. That's what they need to do, because he was the guy killing everyone. They've just took him out. But oh, here comes Memory. Inky's gone again. Katafakis coming up here behind him. I wonder how that'll pan out. Oh, they're making a move. And yeah, he's dead.
Jeez.
El Triple now. What will the fate of him be? Oh, he's took out Zazen, the ringleader, but now it does seem like Memory fancies his chances here, and he gets Joker. El Tripler's getting heavy shot there. He's downed. Memory's going to clear him up. Size again coming really, really strong. They've got the gear back on. They've got themselves ready, and they look like they're making the second push now onto this base. Inky drifting round down there. I'm sure he's running for his life because I don't think he fancies his chances against this attack. But Recoil looking to go back in the base again, but he soon went off that decision.
That's just an absolutely insane. Like, size, their shots are so good. Like, they're trading so well, and their team fire is really, really good. They're taking out a lot of members of RNC over and over again, even taking out those roof peaks, which is really, really impressive for them. But
Yes.
looks like actually a member of RNC is in the size base, so kind of counter-rating here.
Smart, very clever. One person's gone, not the whole team, and it's only one-on-one at the moment. Zaza knows the one inside, maybe not the one you want to be greeting when you jump in there. And oh, well, Memory came back and dealt with him, and they got one structure down, but that's definitely not enough. Oh what? RNC knew where they were. RNC knew where they were, and there you go. Size are gone. RNC have dealt with them, and that was a very, very hard attack. And now RNC have just said, yeah, okay, thank you for the content for a couple of minutes, and now we're just gonna kill you.
So they found the TC off of just the first C4 placement.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh. I don't know, but it was definitely their out. I mean, RNC technically a successful defense. I mean, with a hole in their base, they end up surviving here, and they will take some points, jumping themselves up into third place and eliminating one of the most contested teams right next to them.
Interesting names here. Asaf. GCC, not MVP. I wonder whose base this is then. As they're having a nice little battle inside, it seems. It's not looking like the strongest of bases. There's a lot of mixture between stone and metal, a bit like a collage. Might not work in their favour. Let's just hope they've hidden the TC in a good place. At the moment, it's not looking too great for them. As we like to take a look inside, it looks like the roof has been cleared. And now they're just going to work their way down. Garage door open, that's a no-no. Everyone seems to be inside the base from whichever team, because there's two teams fully in the base here, so interesting. Well, I wonder which base this actually is.
I don't know, but like you said, there's both full teams kind of inside this base, kind of fighting around, and it looks like not MVP kind of fighting, and I think it isn't not MVP's base, so they are blown up with yeah. So they are definitely putting some good rockets down and trying to find those TCs. Putting a lot of boom down, trying to find those 40 points that will boost them up on the leaderboard.
Yeah, and sometimes the 40 points is a bit of a gift considering some of the bases you end up raiding, and this one might be one of those gifts if they can just take all the stuff down. But here comes GCC again, coming on the last hope to secure themselves some kills, but it does seem like Snowball has been balled down. Lol, he's gone too. Not MVP. They're the MVP in this base because no one is looking like killing them. And they are starting to take this base down, every inch of it, second by second, moment by moment, and well, you know, what can you say for them? GCC need a miracle here.
Yeah,
well, TC's been found.
Murdered.
They're gone.
There it is. And very well done from not MVP. Absolutely dismantling the base, dismantling the team, and they will take those points. Very well done. Their first TC of the day will be really nice, but obviously another fight going on right next to them. SF will be, I believe, trying to push out I Love You team, and they will kill one of those members. I don't think they love getting attacked.
Some interesting names, must admit. Asaf, where's Asaf gone? They were around. Oh, there they are. Asf. I mean, that's just a nice name. Just spam the keyboard. But, yeah. Punk have gone from Drunk Apes. Clearly they're holding their own. But I Love You here. Looks like they're taking as many shots as they can on ASF. Not MVP getting involved.
Oh. Jeez. So many teams already getting eliminated.
And then, an interesting thing to say. The best have taken out two teams, but so have Matopa. Both of those guys taking two teams for themselves, no problem there. Not MVP sneaking up in the third spot. RNC following close behind. Drunk Apes 3 points behind them. So top five's looking fairly close. Does fall off a bit with Capybara, but one raid, you know, changes all of that for them.
Yeah,
Oh,
one way to change it for anybody, and some fighting outside here is I love you going to take down one of those not MVP members. I think we talked about Drunk Apes a lot during that attack phase, getting those 3 attack helicopters, and now we were kind of wondering what they would do because they didn't really show much aggression in that attack phase, but they are starting to prove that they belong in that top 5. They get that first raid done on Punk, and we'll have to see where they convert their attack to next, but not MVP getting kind of beamed up in this base.
indeed. And what we can see now is the base being completely deteriorated up from the upside to the downside. Here's Don Toxic at the top, getting some more loot, trying to keep this I Love You squad out, even though they're pushing so hard. But maybe it's just a case of send one of your members round and get a couple of C4s on the roof, and you test your luck. I don't know if that was luck from RNC or they knew exactly where it was, but that was an interesting, well, a coincidence, I guess. One player jumps on the roof, one player takes the TC.
Yeah, they.
C&D.
You could call it a coincidence, I guess. They get that really nice C4 onto just the perfect TC. So I mean, and it kind of wasn't looking good for RNC. We kind of talked about how they had a hole in the side of their base. So I think it was half luck, but also I mean a really nice defense and really lucky that they get to stay in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean they were getting absolutely destroyed as well, which is the most difficult part to take about it for Size, because Size were like, oh yeah, go on, we're taking out one of the top here, one of the top 10 every week, and then all of a sudden the Size shrank to nothing, and they were gone. Snatch here, trying to snatch himself some kills off the top. Not sure he found any just yet though. He did get some hits on Kalmar Pickler, by the looks of it. But I Love You again. Not MVP going to come up behind you. Maybe try and steal the raid, steal the TC when they push more in. But it does seem like they're getting raided from 2 sides here. Not MVP on one and I Love You on the other. It does seem like I Love You are inside the base with the members of the team ASF.
Yeah, they're kind of in there. They're kind of trying to fight around for it, and like I said, they're kind of getting attacked from 2 fronts here, so harder to defend that push as a lot of their compounds have been either kind of destroyed, so they have both of those entrances on both sides able to be in, and a lot of rockets just coming in trying to destroy them. But as we look at our leaderboard a little bit, and Toper holding that first place spot down with 181, and the best with 163, obviously winning EU, and now coming in with such a strong performance already. Obviously still an hour and 15 minutes left, but already really performing. What do you think of the best about this team?
Well, as I said, last week they were incredible with 3 people. Now they've doubled that, they've got 6. It's even more scary to go against. They did hold their base defense for forever. They're really good at picking a hiding spot, and they've got some really good builders alongside. Jamesy's one of the players that rings a bell every time. You always see him in the action, killing, defending, whichever it is. Santa making a push on back. Santa and other teams, as we said, we've seen them, they're consistent. They've taken someone else out. It's going to be a very close top 5, I think, as we move on.
Yeah.
And the Matopa have got about 20 kills in the past 5 minutes. To get themselves to 181, so they are a team to watch especially. But forever, they're still going strong, and they might last forever if it carries on the way it's going. But RNC now looking to make the push. Now they're safe. They've took out their enemies over behind them, so now they're just going to be looking to take it out. Inky there, holding hands with Forever bricked up. Somehow hasn't been spotted, and manages to run away clean. Oh, now he has. There you go. I was going to say, what is he doing? He's just running around. He's dancing, and finally someone spots him and picks him off. Forever, I think it was, in the window. So at least he could take him out. But a good peak spot, to be fair to them. They've got a nice peak spot indeed.
Yeah, it's a really nice little triangle peak from that, and I think it's kind of interesting. We only have 29 teams here today, and it is 6-man, so I think, like you said, as it gets closer and closer to that 0 time when this raid period does expire and the tournament ends, I think we're going to have less and less teams, and we might even not have 10 teams at the end because there are so little teams, and these teams need points, obviously, to best each other, so it will definitely be interesting how many teams we have at the end and who will actually be alive.
Making this in today, what I'm expecting to see is a lot of teams travelling the distance to get a few TCs. Here's Matopa on Pod. Pod, a team we did see earlier, fighting with Matopa as well. Matopa coming back to settle some unfinished business. They have sent a few shots, it seems, on the side, taking down part of the compound as well. A lot of fire though, and Matopa getting killed from behind, it seemed there. And W key coming from behind on the horse. Nice desert style for the desert type style there theme with the palm trees there coming on the horse. So Always got to keep in scene. But here's Pod looking to meet Bam Bam. That didn't look great for him. 3-on-1. Ran into the middle of a shooting circle there. Pod, though, getting hit from many directions, and Matopa and WK are fighting from behind as well. EMP coming from the other side. This team are doomed at the moment. They've got 3 teams pushing. 2 on the same side.
Yeah, they're kind of doomed at the moment, but like you were saying, WK kind of had that open fire on that that other team that was pushing into Pod here, Matoper, who is our #1 team right now. So this TC is going to be really important. Obviously, hotly contested. Like you said, there's a lot of teams pushing Pod. Not really much you can do right now with 2 or 3 teams pushing you. It's really, really hard to defend. And already 15 minutes passing in this raid phase, and we've lost a lot of our teams already. But they might get the res here on this other member of Pod, and they will. So Rockets will be just launching out from Mtoper.
Yeah, it is hard for them, and they're going to have a lot of endurance to keep this one up. He's very low health. He needs to get himself healed up there. He's looking like he's, well, one touch on him and he's gone. And the Rockets are firing in. Kendall Jenner making an appearance. Firing Rockets as well, another Russian name there. Anchos. Interesting. Pod Rider coming in. Here comes King of the Pod, the owner. Not the king anymore, he's dead.
He's dead.
This Metopia team have no chill.
Yeah, they're running down really good shots, and I didn't know we also had a celebrity guest star of Kendall Jenner to shoot some rockets out for us today in the tournament.
It's usually shooting photo shoots, but today she's shooting rockets. You know, what can you say? But Pod are looking like they are in a very dire situation, to say the least. They aren't looking great. Rockets are getting fired everywhere. Ryder, Matopa fight in numbers. It's like a pack of wolves. They don't like to fight alone. And now Kendall Jenner going to go and see what she's won over there.
Yeah, it's definitely like a pack mentality, like you're saying, using all of those resources. And we kind of talked about how with 3-mans you kind of can't split. You can you have to either send 3 to attack or send 3 to defend. But in Toper, it doesn't even seem like they're splitting their people. It seems like they're staying all together and putting all of their resources either to all defending or all attacking, even with these 6-mans. And they are doing it really successfully, taking out 3 members of Pod already. They are in this base. The boom is going to come out, and they seem to be the first team in this base. And if they can find this TC, it will extend their first place lead even further.
Just interested to see what's going on with their own base. How many people have they got there? Have they got anyone sat at home? It seems like they've took the whole squad out on this battle, which might cost them in the end if they don't get back and have someone checking on the base every couple of seconds. Otherwise, it might be just one of those cases where someone jumps on your roof and throws down a couple of C4, you're gone. Like size. Hopefully it's not the case. Hopefully they've managed to hide the TC a bit better than they did. But C4 coming in, a lot of explosion. Still no sight of the TC though.
Yeah, no real sight of the TC yet, and I think it's interesting. It's definitely a risk-reward scenario because you're spending all of your players. It gives you a lot of raiding potential, and you can go through a base really, really quick with 6 players. But like you said, if there's one member of an enemy team that just walks up on your base, they can kind of get in for free, no defenders on it. So
yeah, let's give a shout out to the tree that's making an appearance in this Pod base. Nice tree sticking through the side of it. But it's not helped the defense at all. Having a nice Groot in there, it's just made it even. Oh, and there you go, Metopia take the TC. Wonder where it was. It seems to be possibly in there.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I mean, we knew it was coming, but it did come faster than most times. So Metopia again extending their lead by 40 points. Incredible.
That's absolutely massive for them, and like you said, they found it really, really quick. They kind of use all of their resources and just go through it super, super quick. So we'll have to see what they do if they try to get back quick to their base, if anybody is trying to raid it. But those points are super, super huge, extending their lead over the best, who is currently over 50 points behind, so that's more than 1 raid. So as we switch over here to the best, looks like they might actually be raiding someone else and trying to retake that lead.
Yeah, the best, OPG, Messi, all seem to be getting a little bit of this one, and it is Messi's base. OPG coming in on one side, and the best are pushing in. The best need the points. OPG do need the points, but they're not as close to the top. So OPG may be looking to get themselves on the board here. So better player we've seen quite a lot of jumping up there, getting rinsed straight away. 7 health now for him. Oh, and it's actually the turret that's doing all the damage. It's not even a player, and the turret has killed someone. But now the Messi players coming back up. They are just going to spawn camp. But there you go. That's a smart. Oh, never mind. He's left the gate open. Didn't think to close the door. Ran out naked and got blitzed. Okay, Chrome, what are you doing to me, buddy? But either way.
Yeah.
Oh. What is going on, man? In his base, someone jumps down. Messi just sitting down there, gets a kill. Well, you just couldn't write it up. Couldn't write it up.
Yeah, you really couldn't, but a couple of those players die, and I think you talked a little bit about how OPG, they really need this raid because they're kind of in the bottom of the leaderboard, and as we talked about, there's only 29 teams today. There's only a limited number of points, and with them Toper already at 200 and the best already at 180, like, you really have to push forward now and try and get these bases, and kind of seems like they were a little bit unsuccessful, and if you don't raid really right now and get aggressive now, you have to get super aggressive against all these top teams that are really good at defending later.
Yeah, that's of course correct. OPG again looking to get themselves back in. The best are sitting off, I think, waiting for something to happen. And here's something to be scared. The Cookie Monster's coming. Never a good sign. Looking to push into the bait. I mean, both of them are going to be in. It's going to be a raid between OPG and the best. Jamesy taken out, Cookie Monster taken out, OPG have destroyed them, Little Pick down, dead now. OPG have just cleared the best from this raid. They've said, no thank you, you can stay second, we want to get on the board.
Yeah, they want it really bad, really nice shots, a really good flank, and ERA actually on a little bit of a kill streak while we talk about that, but the best, they do have one member, it looks like, in here, kind of shooting some shots around, but OPG kind of getting the best of it right now, trying to look for that CC, trying to find those early points, but remember, the best will get into a gunfight, and he will lose it again to OPG.
Yep, Ziz is trying his best to stay alive. I mean, we did come here earlier, and it did seem like Messi had a good hold on. It was OPG, or it was Barber, one of the two. And now, yeah, well, they are very messy indeed. Their base is very messy, especially. Rockets coming in from either side. Still no one taking TC. OPG just sort of playing cat and mouse here. Finally, the mouse is caught. Interesting raid strategy though, I must give him that. Oh, what a shot! Monkey!
Long range, man, absolute beams from him, and like you were saying, they eliminate kind of OPG most of their members from the base here because the best really needs this raid to kind of catch up, and eliminating the competition would be good, but Messi might give them a little bit of time to repair, but their base is, like you're saying, a little bit messy. As we switch over here to Forever, who I believe are defending against RNC. So RNC trying to push up this hill. We've kind of seen this matchup. It started in the attack phase with some aggression onto each other, and obviously RNC getting that really nice C4 early on to take out a TC, but an hour and 7 minutes left in the raiding phase. They want more points, and they want to attack on Forever, who have a giant hole in the side of their base.
Yeah, it's not looking too good. Maybe they won't be there forever. Seems like RNC, you know, they're going to push in, take as many chances as they can. Probably just going to try and clean up some people outside, but it does seem like Forever are taking out everybody. Inky gone, Eclipse, there goes Kafakius. All the RNC members are getting blazed, but that's going to take forever to happen.
Yeah, they definitely took out a lot of those RNC members, and it's kind of hard to push up that hill when you have no cover, so they're trying to build all that cover, but we will transfer on over to another raid. Obviously, we talked about a lot, there are not a lot of teams to raid, so I think a lot of teams are kind of ganging up on each other, going the distance to try and get those successful raids in, and with Rockets coming out on not MVP's base, kind of an interesting little base, and Capybara actually will take out another team, so a really, really nice raid from them, and they will jump themselves up into a 3rd place position.
Amazing how these guys are still alive, to be honest. They were getting hit from all directions before. Not MVP seems to be the ones who've taken over the raid. I Love You drop back. Possibly... Whoa, what's just happened there? All of not MVP have been taken out in a split second. And now they're going to be... Oh, okay. Well, there's always a hidden gem inside a team, and clearly the hidden gem inside of ASF has just taken out the entirety of not MVP, so maybe that's why they're surviving so long.
Yeah, just absolute decimation, and as they try to come in, they are killed, and really nice roof peaks too, and another member goes down on the roof of ASF, but yeah, they would be trying to keep this other team out, and they're basing a little bit of shambles, but they're defending it for now.
I love you. Seem to be taking it down by Santa. Mario pushing on the upside of the base. Probably a bit of boom on the side there. Not sure though. Yeah, there's a bit of an opening. I love you getting taken out. Santa inside the base now. It seems like oh, friendly fire there. Mario was getting taken out by Luigi. Not quite what you want to see, but either way, you know, again, another one of those deal or no deal bases. It's going to take quite a while to find this one, it seems, unless they can pick the right door. Typical sign. I mean, I think that what they're trying to do is get I Love You to just go, okay, you know, take our loss and go off the game, really. But yeah, I Love You are getting absolutely deteriorated here from the inside. So it doesn't seem like they've got a long time left in them.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like they have a lot of time left, but it is like you talked about. It is kind of one of those random bases that it could be behind door number 1, could be behind door number 2, could be behind door number 100. You really don't know, but they have an opening in the side of their base. They have to really try and repair this up before they get back, but no real time to do so as the other team still already here.
Yeah, but there you go. 2 Santa killed. Mario and Milk. Synergy. It's interesting to see how this happens. You know, you see Santa with and Titanium as well. All the Santa members there getting blazed, and another one gone. All the Santa members have just been taken out completely, and the raid will be halted. But there is one inside.
Yeah,
well, this one guy inside is going to hide.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead now. Only a matter of time. Again, though, looks like one that will be happening for quite a while until they're gone. We will have to move again, see if anyone's on the brink of death. Oh, Drunk Ape's getting took. Wonder who's at Drunk Apes. Nobody. Were they raiding themselves?
Maybe.
Oh, it looked like a mini there.
Good strategy. Raid yourself. Get those extra 40 points.
Looks like someone came onto the roof.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, we'll switch back over. It looks like someone just took a little mini helicopter over, but nothing really comes of it. Maybe they were raiding themselves. Getting those extra 40 points would be huge. They kind of need them at this point, but we'll be swapping over here to see Capybara, who looks like they're defending really well. Maybe they're just taking some loot or something from a base, but one of our top teams, Capybara, kind of looking on to Mtoper, who is another one of our top teams, and Mtoper kind of holding down that first place spot with about an hour left in our rating phase. Already 30 minutes have expired, and a lot of teams have already fallen, but it seems like both these teams kind of in a really strong position, so no real damage done yet.
Base they've got, I mean, oh my word, all the reinforced stuff they've got on that base, that is a real load of dedication. It's all towards the side where they're getting raided from Capybara. W key though, taking shots, probably their own base from the top of the hill. No one's really making any pushes there. They look like they're getting ready to defend, but Metopia, you know, with them on your next door neighbours, you're always looking to hide away. But Capybara as well on the roof. That's a dangerous 3 teams. That is a dangerous 3 teams.
Yep. Yeah. Those teams are dangerous, and it's going to be interesting. Mtoper, we talked about how they like to kind of put all their resources to something. So if they kind of go out for a raid, they don't really need to right now. They're kind of holding down that lead unless one of those other teams obviously gets one of those TCs to kind of take that lead back. They are at risk of one of these teams in taking their base, invading, and taking them out of the tournament, which would really be sad if they fall in this next hour because they're doing so well already.
Heavy shots coming in from Capybara. Metopia running away, possibly going for a raid. Oh, ooh! Looks like Eyes getting the most of Witex there, nearly getting the kill as well. Doesn't quite do so. Good placement of the wall there to keep himself safe. Oh, ASF taking the elimination to not MVP, and it was not I Love You because I Love You are defending. So there you go. That gives not MVP third place pretty comfortably as well. Capybara just need one raid, but it doesn't seem like they're going anywhere at the moment. dodging the bullets here like a game of cat and mouse again. Running left and right, dodging everything. So good on him. Keep himself alive.
Yeah, he's like Neo from the Matrix, you know. He's just dodging some bullets, running up to the top of this hill. But like you're saying, not MVP do take out another base here, so jumping them up into that third place spot, 205 points. Another raid could get them up to that second place, and if they get some kill points along with it, maybe even that first place. But Mtopia obviously looking to keep up that aggression against WKey, who we saw a little bit of them earlier on, but they've kind of fallen out of that top 10. One of their players falling down on the top of that roof, getting sniped out, it looks like, by Mtoper, who is going to look for this push. They have a long way to run through this field, but if they can get some walls up, they could be in a strong position to kind of raid WK out, who doesn't look like they've really been shown any attention or gotten any rockets to their base yet.
Yeah, they're just sort of chilling there, just getting ready to see what comes. Not looking like a team. Oh, Charles Boyle taking the hit there. Is that a Brooklyn Nine-Nine reference? Seems like it, but either way. Capybara, nice at home as well. A lot of the structure at the top's getting taken out though. That is a very scary sight to look out at. Metopia on the hill. Took the high ground as well, look at that. And now they're starting to make the push. There you go, there's the push we were talking about. They are definitely looking to come in and raid here, but it doesn't look like they have anybody home either. Maybe it's because it's a close raid, maybe they can keep an eye out on it, but maybe not the smartest choice taking every single player, as it does seem like everyone's gone. But you never know.
Yeah, they might not have the smartest choice there, like you're saying. Trying to put all of their members toward a raid could make it very, very dangerous to lose their own base. And obviously, if you lose that TC, you're out. So it doesn't matter how aggressive you were and how much points you had before then. You will be eliminated. But forever here, again, we've seen this kind of back and forth between them and RNC throughout the day. A member of RNC getting absolutely sniped from the roof, and forever taking some good shots and pushing RNC back for now.
Yeah, they are missing the whole corner to their base, but it's sort of working in their favour here. They have the high ground, and it's really working for them because they're getting lots of kills. Ed Tripler, though, looking to push in. But again, wouldn't be surprised if it ended in death. It seems to be the way to go here for RNC. It doesn't look like a raid that will happen in short time. It looks like an hour job, but RNC aren't doing enough at the moment to take it out. They just need to go gung-ho, to be honest. Just start sending stuff in there, chase after it, and then you'll have your stuff. Because it looks like it's getting repaired, that base, and there was a big, massive hole in it before, so you give them too much time here, RNC.
Yeah. If you give them too much time, it would not be good, and obviously it's going to be a back and forth. It's going to be a long fight, and you have to push up onto that high ground, so even harder. But as we switch over here to I Love You, kind of, again, pushing against another team, I believe not MVP, in that third place position, so looking to try and take out another base would be super, super beneficial, as one of the I Love You members actually falling further in the forest. So I Love You actually pushing up a little bit now more than not MVP.
Yeah, I mean, they did have a raid defense to pull off as well, and they seem to have done it immaculately. The base looks untouched, did what they had to do, defended perfectly well, and now they have a chance to go out and explore a bit. Again, there's still time for them to get near the top, but they are quite far behind. They'll need 5 TCs really when they get themselves up there.
Yeah, five TCs, I think, and I mean, like we talked about, we're also running out of teams. Like, we're already down to 15 teams, and a lot of these teams are those really really good teams, so it's going to be really hard to rate them as we get further into the time. So I think they're already on the clock, and they need to hurry if they want to try and get in that top 5 or even top 3.
Yeah, and I mean, as we said, there's not going to be a lot of teams left at the end, and it's already starting to shape out that way. I Love You, though, coming near, taking out all the not MVP members at the moment, and they are getting themselves a bit of loot. Already seems, cleared, though. Here's a one-shot Mantincora. Oh, but look at that.
Oh.
Look at that. Lots big here, taken out by Recifo. Nice little kill there. I Love You now taking over this compound from our past relative base, looking to take some of the loot, killing beds. They're going to be seeing what they can gain from whatever's been left on the floor here.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a temporary base here for not MVP. That's going to be a really good job by Love You to actually eliminate all of those beds, eliminate all of those things that will help them out, and it will actually push back a little bit more. So we'll see if I Love You can actually take out it. It would be honestly huge because not MVP being that third place team, if I Love You could actually push back and take them out, it would be really good for all the other teams. And I Love You obviously being fifth could take out another team above them. So it would be good to take out, like we said, taking out your competition leaves less people on the leaderboard for you.
Of course, but here comes Lost looking to take out that white. Again, really decent roof defense, but their base is looking split in half at the moment. Rockets coming in the middle. No fire really coming out here. The rare player we see him with an 8 kill streak earlier on. We did also see must add a top here player. I think it was Wittex also had an 8 kill streak, so they're pumping the kills, assisting their points at the top there. Still clear of the best with a TC. Kills make up for it though, I guess. But Metopia don't look like they're going to be slowing down anytime soon. But now the attention's on Lost too. Who knows what they're thinking in their head? I wonder if they're going to push in or not. Maybe
yeah,
not.
I really don't know at this point. The flank though from that white will not be successful actually, as Lost actually sees it coming beforehand, and I think both these two teams have been kind of quiet throughout the day. We haven't heard much of them. They're both out of the top 10 at the moment, so a TC would be pretty big for them. But yeah, like we're saying, we are already running out of teams. I think only 14 teams left. Now, no, actually 15, yeah, but. Like we said, they're out of the top 10 right now, and nothing much they can really do other than raid and hope to try and eliminate one of these other teams that are out of the top 10.
Yeah, they've not really got themselves lots of points, as you said, quiet. That white though, they're all sat on the roof. Maybe they're just waiting. But Lost maybe looking to push in here. Maybe. Yeah, they will be. Here comes 999, ready to send some shots in, and there you go, shot on the top. Very good rocket.
Yeah,
and they're just hopping up like bunnies now. They're just taking it all. Everyone's coming. The whole gang are taking their jump. Booley, they're looking to get Chris. Chris saying, "You're not getting me." Goes inside the inner core of the base, looking to shoot it out.
Yeah,
Again.
he's in. They don't actually catch that one player.
Seems like that white are getting taken out by everyone. Lost are all in the base now. Very good attacking squad.
Yep, they're in for free pretty much, and hopefully, if they can get this DC, it would still. Oh man,
naughty,
just
naughty.
Beams them, and again a 1v1 and lost. Oh man.
Taken
Popping
2 players
off.
there. Very, very good from him. Didn't even lose that much health. And and a third, but yeah. Oh, he finally gets down, but not killed though. As his teammate comes in to clear it, he will probably get rezzed. Not just yet though. They do know there's a down player down there. Will he go? Oh, yeah, he will. And there you go. He's back again. They're going to go through that door. I wouldn't expect the TC to be there, but maybe they're just opening up more room to run around, get more kills.
Yeah, open it up a little bit.
Wouldn't have guessed that because there's 2 windows.
Yeah. Lost is like doing a really good job on this attack and on an 8 kill streak. Jeez, man.
Has he just been blazed? Yeah, he did. Rocketed, I think it was. Yeah, dead. But Lost, I think they're all over this one. Probably going to be on route to find the TC. It seems like one of those bases with not as many doors, but here comes that white again. Another attempt, taking out all the garage doors now, building them, coming from the top, digging down to the bottom here, it seems, with the garage door. Lost, though. Oh, dying to that white, but here we go. One remaining member, able to take out that white. Wittex is on a 15 kill streak. We must. Oh, and Metopias need to be popping off as well. You got to keep an eye on Wittex. Look at the points flying up now, 295, just based off kills. They've got up 40 points based off kills alone, which is impressive.
Yeah, it's super impressive, and I think what they're kind of doing now is defense. Like we talked about, a lot of teams trying to go for that, as Lost trying to stay in this base, trying to stay in and trying to find that DC. They did a lot of damage, but Entoper, yeah, they're just getting kills. They're playing that defense so well. They know they don't really need to go and raid. Even if the best gets one more TC, they're still ahead by 20 points. So building themselves a really, really nice lead here.
I wonder if Metopa are raiding. That's about to be an interesting one, because it seems like they are. Here we go. Oh, well.
Wow.
Nasty. We did see them making the push down the hill, but now they're starting to. Oh, whose base is this?
WQ?
This is difficult. Because WQ were sitting on the outside as well, so that's an interesting one. But it is WQ's base. Mr. Charles Boyle, Brooklyn 99. Oh, were they getting raided?
Yeah.
By Capybara.
Yeah,
Well, the kills are flying for them.
Rating.
Now broke the 300-point mark. They've gone up 50 points just from kills alone. They're not looking like slowing down either. This team are looking to take this all the way. 50 minutes remain for them to just keep hanging off, but that's going to make them a prime target.
Yeah.
As Capybara are looking for those points, they're looking, okay, we take you out, it's an easier ride for us, and it will be. They'll be in 20 points if they can take out this TC.
Yeah, it would be huge. Like, Capybara, I think, is really trying to go with the smartest move here. That is, we talked about being in that first place. It's good, but it puts such a huge target on your back. And Capybara really wants to take that target out. If they can take that target out, they actually have a really nice chance of winning this game because they can jump themselves up to like 210 points, get themselves in contention, and eliminate that first place team that is so far ahead right now.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, one thing that it's going to cause, though, we did say Natopia went in a whole pack, which may cost them a bit of base because they all ran away, but luckily they got back in the nick of time. WK, though, have time to breathe now. Physical Pain making a show again up on the hill. Ready to, I wonder what he's doing. Maybe he's just having a little look, seeing what's going on. Maybe get himself a few kills or get killed. Oh, lone soldier there from EMP.
Yeah, he gets the wall up and stuff, though.
What's going on down there? Capybara looking to put the more boom into them. Door is closed outside. Witex loses the kill streak. He has taken a fall for his team in good spirits though. But now Metopia looking to get shot down. It will be exciting if they can be taken away.
Yeah. And Capybara just putting really nice rockets. Uptoper actually getting a really nice kill out in the open onto one of the Capybara, but...
Oh my word!
Wow.
Capybara, they've done it!
They find it. That's just... They find it on a rocket. Very well done. I mean, they did it exactly like we were saying. Exactly. The game plan comes to fruition as they jump now to 4th place. Tied with not MVP and Toper, the team that was so consistent all day. A target on their back will fall here at the 48-minute mark.
How? They were all home. They were all back. What is going on? Yeah, they must have... that is incredible. It must have been on the wall that they were shooting on because it didn't seem like anybody from Capybara actually got into the base. But now they can take the piss. They've got the points. That's what they needed. They are now fared if you don't count Metopia, so now they only have to have one more TC and they're top. And I think WK are going to be next.
Yeah, and I think Toper put a lot of work onto that WK team, and we'll have to see if they decide to go and try and raid that WK. Obviously, they're based a little bit further, so it's going to be a little bit more of a trek, but that helicopter will be destroyed and will fall down.
What was he trying to do? He went alone to get onto the base and he got killed by maybe the last member of Metopia. But, oh wow. I mean, I called it, but I didn't think it was going to happen that quickly.
Oh. And I think they kind of pulled that $1 million case from the Deal or No Deal and found that TC just really early off a really nice rocket and lost here, I think, defending against Santa, who is raiding, and a lot of their members will be killed, and Lost is trying to again eliminate that temporary base that is outside with those beds and everything so they can't respawn, so they can stop that raid.
Oh, more shooting coming in from Santa. And there's a lot of scaffold on that base. A lot of structures still just sitting there. I wonder. Oh, here we go. Here he comes on the helicopter, alone again. Interesting tactic, but oh, he's getting lit up by Silencer. Oh, he drops a helicopter on Silencer. Oh, he kills Silencer. Was it with the helicopter? Was it with the helicopter? Oh my word!
A little bit of friendly fire. What do you even call that? Friendly helicoptering?
Well, maybe. Is that lost space as well?
Yep.
What was that all about?
don't know. Yeah, but they're going to be taking some rockets here from that white. Again, we've talked about, again, these two teams kind of been fighting each other a lot, just like the RNC and Forever matchup. They've kind of been pushing back towards each other, and that white actually going to be in the aggression phase right now, putting down a lot of really nice rockets with a nice, juicy angle right there. And we'll have to see if they can take some points. Obviously, like we said, the leaderboard getting tight as less and less teams are there, but that white will actually, one of their members falling to Lost, going out and decimating them from a flank here.
Yeah, again, kills coming in. That white seemed to be safe now. They were getting hit hard before. Looks like right now they're not taking hits anymore. Coveroy player we've seen slicing through people. Maybe even it was in that white space. Now playing the defense side, as he's just taken 2 players out, it seems. Looking to get more kills through the gaps here. And something about this Rustoria base Invaders that I must say is each week brings a new pot of excitement as he takes out another kill. Poppy's down. Oh, but he eventually takes his death to Skyfalls. It was coming, but eventually, yeah, he did take the hit.
Yeah, he ends up falling down there, like you said, but I do also love Rustoria Invaders just because each week is new, it's different. Obviously, having different amount of players, it brings different strategy in, like we've seen, and brings in different levels of excitement, different gunfights all around. It is just one of the best things ever to have.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Oh, Coveroy dead again. Bully takes him out. But now it looks like I don't really think Lost are going to be hit hard here, apart from their own team throwing helicopters at them. That seems to be the biggest hit that we're going to see tonight for them. Looks like a very safe base, still looking safe, not looking like they're going to be collapsing anytime soon. They are quite strong, to be honest. So, good on them.
Yeah, they seem kind of strong right now. Obviously, they've been kind of fighting back and forth all day, and no real ending has come out from the two teams yet, but Lost kind of just defending. They still have all of their compound, it looks like, up, so not really taking too much damage as that white will be trying to push in, but really to no success yet, as again we're running at a team, so a lot of these teams going to be raiding each other. As RNC, again, they were in that fight against Forever up on that top of that hill, and it looks like they're just going to be in their base at the moment, kind of holding it down. Oh, it is.
Ooh, well, looks like oh, well, that is a real 10 of emotion. WK probably looking at raiding someone. I don't know if they even know that their base is getting chained up inside. Interesting one.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, RNC might just get a free base here, because like we said, when you don't have anybody back to defend, it's just super easy to raid, and they're gonna put a lot of boom down, and you gotta get back, and they're just really putting down everything. They've eliminated a lot of the doors here too, so probably gonna find it somewhat soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Again though, same deal or no deal style around the base, so it's a difficult one here to see where they're going to be. Think you don't want a kill streak rather than getting killed.
You know, it looks like one of the members of WQ actually does realize that their base is getting raided, gonna have to run back, and will be the first member to come back and see that their base is in absolute shambles at the moment, as RNC just keeping on putting down the rockets, putting down everything, looking through these doors, trying to find that $1 million case and take the deal. But WQ will actually eliminate one of the members of RNC.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit too late, I think, for them. I mean, they've got a bit of time left. Drunk Cape's getting involved as well. They've sort of fell off a bit. They're 9th now after getting the 3 helicopters at the start. The best still top, not as distant as it was earlier. Capybara have been picking up kills, not MVP, just slightly behind. They get 1 TC and they're up there, and it all falls off after the top 3. I Love You are sat a bit further behind. But it seems like RNC got a bit pissed off with Forever because they've left the base, all of them. And now they are absolutely destroying these doors. Surely about to find the TC.
Yeah, they gotta find it soon, and I think it was exactly like you were saying, that They really didn't want that fight with Forever. It was kind of a hard fight because it was pushing up onto that high ground. So they kind of just raid a better base that's for them, and obviously destroying a lot of these doors already. The team is not back to defend it, and I have a feeling, like you said, that they're gonna find it soon enough. But just trying to blow through these doors, trying to find something.
There's a lot to go through, but with patience, they'll get there. At least they're in this space rather than Forever's, where they were just in a never-ending loop of being killed. So, you know, they've basically gone, yeah, Forever, you can piss off now. We've done giving you points for killing us. We're gonna go and take all the doors we can in WK's base whilst WK aren't home, and they still don't seem to be home because, well, where are they? And now they look like they're about to find this TC eventually.
Yeah, I hope they find it soon. I mean, obviously, like you said, it's going to be patience, but they want to find it quick, but have not found it yet. One of the members of WK looks like they will return home, so going to be interesting, but it looks like also Drunk Apes might be here along with RNC.
Capybara making an appearance. They want the points, they want to get top. If they get this, then they are top with a solid 10 to 13 point window of over the top at the moment, which is the best. Again, really love to see it. They are pushing hard. I mean, with kills they get from this as well, hopefully for them on RNC, they'll be having a great time. But they are going to go for the same tactic and take down a complete wall and hope for the best, which is we did see against Metopia. They found the TC by just doing this, so maybe it'll work again.
Yeah, that would be kind of insane if they got two of those just like really lucky walls out, but just trying to blow it up, trying to find something, and like we said, if they take this one down, that would jump themselves into first place and secure their first place for now. I mean, obviously still 40 minutes left. There's still going to be a lot of aggression, and I think being one of those top teams, as the time ticks closer and closer to the end, more and more teams will look to take you out.
And the best are here as well. Seeing the best popping around over there, Pale Blue at the back. They're also coming to have a look. I don't know what the tactic is of Capybara. It just seems to be blowing a massive hole right through the middle of the base. They're going to try and take out as many structures as they can on the outside, see if they can get as lucky as they did last time, find themselves a TC. RNC though, looking to take them out. Oh, and he took one out, two as well. I love you on a 15 kill streak now, Manticora. Interesting, but this base surely has to go soon. It has no right to stay until the end now. Basically open.
It's pretty much open, and like RNC actually like destroyed most of the doors inside. So I feel like they have to find it soon. Like the whole outer wall here is destroyed from one team, and I don't think it's gonna survive to the end. But how long will it last, and who can actually find that TC, get those points? As we transfer over here to Santa, who has this kind of boat base that they have kind of ran for the past couple tournaments, as I Love You will be pushing down onto it. Has some decent walls to get some distance up towards that base.
Yeah, we did see it last week as well in the Freeman's Europe. Can't remember how it went for them, but it's an interesting base design, simplistic, different to everybody else's, so it does seem like they are getting absolutely destroyed here by I Love You though, who are coming from the hill. It's never a good idea to be on low ground against a team like these guys, because they just like to be critical with it. But Santa coming for some kills here. Zinzo does get himself obliterated though. Manticora looking to pick up some more kills for himself. As we've seen, he was on a 15 kill streak and he clearly still holds that. Maybe he can push that to 20. But those kills as well, really making a difference for I Love You. One TC and they get themselves into fair place. So, you know, it makes a difference. I don't know where Not MVP is, but they haven't moved in a while. So they've just fell off the map completely. So they might just be falling down. Oh, a kill there for them. 2-2-2.
Yeah, I Love You actually on here, onto the side of the base, looking through that hole. Might be able to get this beam onto the member of Santa, and the team is here. Like you said, I Love You getting a TC here would be absolutely massive. A lot of these teams, it's still going to be hotly contested, so we approach about 35 minutes left in our rating period, but Santa going to be taking some shots. I Love You on that hill. Like you said, it's not great to be on the low ground because the high ground has such an advantage to look down over you and has an easier push towards you than you have a counter push. But one of the members of I Love You actually going to be getting right outside of the base and might be looking to get inside.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's a might be. I think it is. I think it's a definite. But again, good placement of doors and walls. Oh, see you later, Cezino. through the keyhole. Not a reference to Keith Lemon's show either. Good kill though. Gets it through. Yeah, they're struggling. They're taking down the compound though, well they're attempting to anyway, and there we go. Now they have the chance. Now they can push against the Titanic, as it seems. Which, as we do know, wasn't unsinkable. Maybe the iceberg can be I love you.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they can be that iceberg, and there are a lot of doors though, so going to have to invest a lot of boom and stuff to try and get through all of these boat doors.
It's like the Titanic, eh? All the rooms, the rooms. It's literally like the Titanic, all the boats. Perfect representation, by the way. Gotta give them credit for that. Oh! RNC! Forever's just taken their bases. They were all trying to raid someone. It seems like Forever just ran in there and took them out. And now RNC, a team who were looking to get themselves in the top 3, have just been taken out by Forever, Forever just basically said, you know what, you guys can run away. We'll take your base. You're not going to take us. See you later. And the funny thing is about all this, Forever had half a base of stone and half a base of metal. Now, if we're using logic here, Forever's TC would have most likely been where the metal was and not where the stone was, so it was almost a given clue. But hey,
yeah. A big destroy too. We saw them fighting so much. We saw Forever trying to push on RNC. We saw RNC trying to push on Forever for almost the whole first hour, and eventually Forever just gets the better of the fight, and they end up actually jumping themselves up into 5th place, not in the worst position now for this tournament, and yet again another team falling. So the teams that are on this lower leaderboard out of the top 10 or even at the bottom of the top 10 really need to start getting aggressive now, or there won't be any points left for them. But Capybara here going to be destroying some doors and trying to find that TC.
Which base is this? Is this the base that RNC were in before they got themselves taken? Yeah, thought so. Looks the same. Yeah, Capybara gone. See you later, RNC. Your base is gone. Piss off. We're taking your raid. Thanks for doing half the work for us. We love you guys. Thanks for the points. And they need the points. Look how close it is now. Yeah. All the kills they've got has pushed them so much closer to the top spot. 20 points in it. 20 points.
Yeah, 20 points. It's like 1 TC is the difference here, and Capybara is definitely playing chess. We saw them earlier, obviously taking out our #1 team in Toper, absolutely huge, getting that really nice rocket on the side. And if they could find another here, it would be such a Cinderella story, coming from the bottom of the leaderboard, taking out the #1 team all the way to the top, and still with 30 minutes left, they have time to retake that lead and hold it.
Yep, they do indeed, but one thing I can see happening here, Capybara in numbers at this base, what's going to happen to their base? Who's going for that? But it does look like we're going to find, hopefully, a TC here for you all. Eventually, when they stop blowing through doors they've already opened from the outside, and they start using a bit of initiative, which we do seem to see a lot of people not use initiative in this game, like blowing up a door with windows where you can see the other side. But, you know, that's part of the game. Part of the decision making. Hopefully, eventually, though, they can find it. But what would be great for me is if it's not actually behind one of those doors and it's hidden in the middle. That'd be brilliant.
That would be pretty brilliant. But we'll have to see what they decide to do. I think, like you said, they really need to be smart about what they do with their resources here, because they're already blowing through a lot of those doors, like you said, that they can see from the other side. So just really trying to find this TC, and it just seems like they can't.
Yeah, and the funny part is, they were the ones who actually took it from the outside, so they know where it's been opened up already, and they're still proceeding to shoot the doors anyway. Which, you know, it's not the worst thing. Here comes James looking to scavenge. It would be funny if the best actually end up taking the TC. It would actually make my day complete. If James, you can come in now. 1C4. Oh, we found it. Capybara would be, ultimately pissed off, really, if that happened after all the kills. But again, Capybara, look at the killing they're getting. Look at all the kills. WK are making an appearance in the base as well, but WK look like they were lost cause at this point in time.
Yeah, they're kind of out of that top 10, and like we said, obviously, we're running out of teams, we're running out of time, and WK does not really have enough points right now to make a statement. But if they could get this TC, maybe they'd have to get a lot more TCs, even more than this one. But Capybara doing a lot of that work, trying to open it up, and another team that could come in, they could just snatch it for free pretty much if Capybara does not find it soon.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's gonna be a race here. Whoever can find the TC first out of the best and Capybara. But I have a secret suspicion that it won't be behind these doors. It'll be in the middle somewhere, and that will just actually take the piss. It's hilarious. They've just confused everyone, tricked them to think it was on the outside. It's actually on the inside, where the heart is.
Yeah,
Looks like
that definitely would be.
Oh, W key. Oh, W key.
He doesn't see it.
What?
Oh.
Is it?
Oh.
He's hiding. What's he doing? This is great. He's gonna do it all by himself. Come on, Pumpernickel. You can do it, mate. 29 minutes left. Come on. I thought he was gonna suicide then. Oh, he's trying to.
Oh, this is sad.
Oh, well, there you go. See you later, Pumpernickel. Capybara will take it. There you go. Oh, what are they doing? Just shoot it, will you?
He's just waiting. He's just staying. I don't know what he's doing, but finally that rocket will be taken, and WP will be eliminated by Capybara, and with that, they will jump themselves up into the first place position.
Well played. Just well played. I mean, it was always a race between the best. Pumpernickel, bit of a dickhead, tried to blow his own TC up. Didn't work out for him in the end. And then he was spotted because he made such a bloody racket that everyone knew where he was. But, you know, good effort from WK. They survived a long time. They weren't anywhere to be seen on the top. But, you know, there you go. It looks like not MVP. Who's on who? Alright. Ooh. Looks like Drunk Ape's base here. And we'll soon find out. Yeah, Drunk Apes, they're going. Not MVP are on their base. Not MVP need the points as well. It's very close actually at the top. But Capybara are the ones running away with it with 20 points, 26 points clear. So, good for them. They're getting themselves up there. 28 minutes to go. There's still an absolutely crazy amount of time left to go.
Yeah, there's still so much time left, and I believe only 11 teams now, or maybe even 10. So, like we said, you're just like, if you didn't raid to start and you didn't get those kills on some of those teams that weren't performing as well, I mean, it's going to be really, really hard to get yourself back in. And I definitely think it is going to come down to the wire, because with the less and less teams to raid, I mean, if you are the best, if you're Capybara, if you are not MVP and you take out one of those other teams in those top 3 slots, it makes your life so much easier.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how many more teams left. I think there might be only 10 teams left. A lot of teams have fell.
Yeah.
12 teams. Wait, am I counting wrong? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12 teams left. Thank Christ my maths is on point. And did not long ago sit maths GCSE, so that's positive to know. Not MVP. Still getting the kills, you know. The kills are going to help them out as well. It's going to push them further, but Capybara don't look like slowing down. I think the only really real way here, the best go after Capybara, try and raid them. That'll clear it up. But Capybara, you know, they are very smart. Apart from when they blow open doors that they already know what's behind them. That's one thing they could work on. But, you know, their actual raid technique, who they choose to go for, it's bloody brilliant. They're very good at that. So we'll give them that.
Yeah, they have a lot of that raid power, and I think it's definitely, like you said, they could work a little bit better on maybe their inside rating, but their outside rating was really nice, and they've been playing really good all day, taking out obviously that #1 team we talked about. And Topher was playing so well, and they just get a really nice rocket on the outside of their base to kill their TC. But it's going to be tight, like you said, only 20, 30 points separating Capybara and the best, and then after that it kind of drops off a little bit. So you really have to try and take out those teams that are higher than you. And Capybara, you have to kind of think they have kind of a target on their back now. They are that #1 team, like Topher was, and we'll have to see if maybe teams target them more than others because they have that target on their back.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see. Oh, all right, Joe. Hello. Not well. What the fuck's he doing? Was he not told that he's standing behind the door? I mean, I just watched the guy kill one of his teammates, so I'm gonna run up there and get killed too. You know where he is? Surely, communicate that. Christ. But hey, oh my God, not again, not again. Oh my word, he's done it again. This guy, it's one player. It's one player and he's just taken the piss. And now his Tino's coming to back him up. You know, they might not be winning it, but they are definitely making a bloody good show for us here. Danny got as well. Jesus, Joe. Taking out the whole base. Looks like... EMP were just hiding, but they're here now. Well, they're coming in numbers as well. Maybe it was Zhao, he just came on his own and was like, boys, these guys aren't very good. They don't communicate with each other. I've just killed everybody. Now get here quick. Look, he just sniped someone behind his teammates as well. This guy, he's crazy. He's crazy.
Yeah, he's going absolutely massive, and I mean a little bit of broken communication, like you said. I mean, obviously you should call that out and get that player down, but you lose all 3 members, and he is just inside chilling now. He also gets that snipe, so 4 really nice kills done by him, but at 25 minutes left in this rating period, teams running out of time already. Obviously, running out of teams, too. We've talked about this, that there's not a lot of teams left. There's not a lot of things. But EMP going to be shooting out here in the open as not EMP dodges those bullets for a minute, but ends up going down as EMP will get some of those kills.
I just don't know what he was doing. Again, another player. Calm up, what are you doing? He runs into the middle, carries on looking forward, whilst he's getting shot from either side. I mean, they do put on a comedy show for us, I'll give them that. It is a very funny game to watch at times. Is this Capybara's base? Well, no one's looking to raid them. Maybe they've just defended. It looks the best. I said it, I call everything the best. We go over Capybara. I knew it.
Yeah, you called it, and I mean, it's definitely, they do need to defend now because obviously they don't want to be like Mtoper and go out earlier than expected, but obviously they are. Yeah, I also think you mentioned earlier that as we get less and less teams, the trek between these bases is going to be longer. So obviously Capybara a little bit, like, they eliminated most of the people around them, but now obviously a lot of teams having to make a super long trek to go to another base puts your own base at such a high risk.
I think, right, the thing is though, what I see here, you got 23 minutes left. If I was Capybara, I'd just go, do you know what? Fuck it, let's defend. Maybe get a couple more kills, send people out for kills, but you don't need another TC at this point, really. The best do. If they get another TC, it's close, obviously. But if you, how have they survived? How are they still alive? Santa was getting, like, beamed before, and they've came back, and they've, they've defended.
The Titanic lives on.
It does, even though it's still been hit by an iceberg. You know, indestructible. This is unsinkable.
Yeah, unsinkable for sure.
Well, you never know. Players get inspiration from everything. Last week it was a man for, was it W Key? I think it was like the Last Arab or something they called it. Now the Titanic. Next week we're going to be seeing the Beatles tour. We're going to be moving on through the times as we move forward.
I like that. We have like a timed theme event. Like every team has to make like a relic for a time period.
Good on them. Good on them. Something different, and it's worked. Like, it's crazily worked. Just look outside your window, take a tree. Let's build a tree. Tree house. Oh, here. Wonder who's on that. Ooh. Yeah. Rose up on the hill.
Santa kind of in 10th, taking some shots from I Love You on the hill.
Rose getting absolutely Oh. What is going on? Rose is indestructible.
Just chilling on top of the hill as
Belgium Bina taking out Rose. Is Rose Belgium?
The high ground.
Oh.
Push up.
Oh, he's running. He's running
for his life.
Oh. What are you doing? What are you doing? Kill him. He's open. There you go. Bloody hell. Took him a while. Finally got him. Come on now, Santa. Bring the presents earlier. Anyway, Santa, another team, you know, not really getting themselves any much favour up the table. They'd need to pull off an absolute miracle if they were. They'd have to raid the top 4. Don't see it happening, personally, but again, look at Capybara. Look at them. Flying away. They're just flying away. And Santa are quite literally flying away.
Yeah, I definitely think it's like you said, that Santa don't really have too much of a chance to come back unless they raid one of those top teams, but I mean, they didn't do bad. Like, a lot of these teams in the top 10, like, they definitely deserve to be there right now. They haven't fallen yet, but
oh no,
it will still need some more points, but forever kind of chilling here.
Wait, I want to see it been gone for ages. Was he just sat in their base the whole time? How long has he been sat in there? Yeah, well, we know the story about Forever. They've done it right, Santa. They've done it right.
Mhm.
They've gone, we're not going to run up the hill like dickheads like RNC and get shot. We've learned our lesson. We'll just fly right in there. And they don't seem to have a clue what's going on Forever. They hear something, they hear someone. Oh no, here we go. Watch out, Project. Through the back. They got him through the back, it seems. The top's looking very tidy.
Yeah, the top's looking a little bit nice. It looks like they that member of RC was kind of just hiding in Forever's base for
Forever.
a while. And they actually find him out. So good on them. But two members of Santa here, like you said, they need to make some type of move, and that move is going to look to take out Forever. And it is another one of these teams in the top 10. They have a lot of points. They're here to defend, but Santa in the base and ready to raid.
He knows. He knows. Oh no. Bye bye, Project fan. Oh, both of them. Oh no.
Dang.
One of them still up. Mario's still going. Oh, got a shot in there as well. Forever Poseidon, quite low. Mario also only on 44. But here comes the boys. They're all looking to take this infiltrator out of the base. He's hiding. How does he get in? Someone's died. Can't tell you who. Ah,
It is Santa, yeah.
poor guy. Mario. Mrs. Peach is going to be devastated.
Yeah, the Santa raid is actually unsuccessful, like you were saying, so a little bit rough. They don't get it to start. There's the final RNC
Well, I
member.
mean, as I've said, Forever, it will be in the top chunk of the base, the TC. It has to be. There's no way it's on the bottom, because you could see on their base, it's half stone, half metal. Where do you think it's going to be, guys?
Unless, reverse psychology. Maybe they want you to think it's in the top and they put it in the bottom.
Based off recent events, I don't think they're that clever. You never know. I might be wrong. Hands up, might be wrong, but I don't think we'll ever know. Messi are still going somehow. They had their whole base open earlier in the raiding phase, but they've clearly picked themselves back up. Capybara still high. OPG not on the top 10.
They're not in the top 10 right now. They are sitting at 168 points, so not in the worst position.
Yeah. They are on the top 10. They are literally just in the top 10.
It's barely, but it doesn't seem like they won't have enough. They won't really get enough points. It seems like to make a run for first place.
17 minutes, just go on a killing spree. See what happens. Have some fun with it. You don't have anything to lose at this point in time. Just have some fun. I mean, you know what? This is one of the most fun events I've ever witnessed. Ziz, though, not having fun there, getting blazed. Lord looking to try and help out. Ooh. Oh, to be fair, OPG taking some hits now. Ziz coming back for his loot. QBC making a push behind one of the walls.
Ooh. Best get another TC.
This is a close one now. 2 points, 2 kills in between this. Capybara need to go out. They need to go for a run. And again, what are we saying? You need to pick your battles. And they picked the battle perfectly. They took one of the bottom ones out. One of the bottom teams. And it's really, really worked for them.
And it looks like Capybara is taking your advice, trying to go for another raid here, I believe, on EMP. So, like you said, though, it is super close. Only 3 points separating our first and second place spot. And, I mean, you only have 15 minutes left. That is not a lot of time. And we're already down to 11 teams now. So, like you said, picking your battles, they just picked the best, picking a really, really good one. And Rocket's going to come out from Capybara and another TC. They really need it to try and secure this win.
They did indeed. Well, we can just watch this masterpiece take off, but EMP, they're going to need it, because at the moment... Oh, here we go. Zhao again. We know what he can do. 4 kills inside someone else's base. Oh! Zhao? Hello? Zhao? Okay, yeah. Got the... I was going to say, he jumped over the rock, missed him. Oh, aye! Oh! Why does no one know where he is? This is the thing. Teams aren't communicating.
Yeah.
How did I just walk past him? Speak to each other,
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah. The communication's kind of a little bit lacking, as Capybara are actually gonna still be alive here mostly for this raid, and like, they already put a pretty big hole in the base, kind of a little bit of a hole, and see if they can break into the compound, find this TC, because like we said, they need it only in the lead by 2 points right now.
Yep, 2 points it is. They're working their way up though. They are. Zhao's dead now on the top. Capybara though, they need to be careful. Their base is a prime target for the best. Look at how close those points are. Just look. That is disgustingly close. And it's literally... Oh.
So tight, like, and exactly like you're saying, Capybara, they're putting a lot of their members out, and Toper, we saw what happened to them. They put all 6 members out, and they end up dying, losing that first place spot, and you gotta think, if you're Capybara, you have to keep a close eye on your base. You have to keep either one member back or be listening really, really well to see if someone is raiding your base, because if the best raid you, I mean, and take you out, they have really no other competition at all.
And one thing I must say as well, one thing that makes me actually smile about tonight, I must say, give credit to all the teams. The actual quality we've seen this evening has been incredible. The teams that have gone out, the teams that are still in, every team is putting the shift in. Even EMP, and EMP is sat, 12th, 10th, whatever, with the teams that have gone out. They're doing very well, but even though their base is split in half, they are still defending it quite well. No one's actually in the compound, I believe. Oh no, never mind. Say again, drunk apes are coming. Oh no, Oh, we remember Cool. He was the guy that missed Zhao at the top of their base, so now he's getting his little payback here, looking for some shots, but the turret, all the players, either one, blowing them up. Tino getting himself killed there. I don't really know what's going to happen here, but it'd be funny if Drunk Apes take it and Capybara don't. But Capybara, they've got themselves more kills than the best now. 7 points, still not ideal. The best can go after Capybara, they can go after one of the teams that's still remaining. I can't make predictions. 13 minutes, a lot can actually happen in 30 minutes with the half of these bases.
Yeah, 13 minutes is a lot of time, but also, I mean, not a lot of time at the same time. Like, it's very interesting because only, like you said, 7 points. That's all it is. Just 7, 8 points right now for Capybara holding that kill lead. If a TC is taken by the best, they most likely will get the win if Capybara can't take another one. But it's super, super tight, and these teams really have to use these last 13 minutes really, really well. Like, they can't waste a second on any of their raids or anything, or it could cost them the game.
It could, honestly, it could. And what's amazing to see is that Trunk Apes, though being 8th with not really a shout at anywhere near first, they're still coming in to ruin Capybara's day. It's actually hilarious to see. But on the other side, Capybara could pick up some kills from this. There's a lot of players around that they can kill. They just need to play the cards right.
Yeah. And the cards, like I said, it's huge at this moment, and a lot of these teams, like, it's not like they've performed badly. Like, a lot of these teams getting TCs, they have a lot of these teams in triple digits. I think almost all of them at this time. Like, they deserve to be here, but some of them maybe just a little bit lacking a little bit of aggression. And I think at least, I mean, you can use these 13 minutes at least as a learning opportunity if you come in next time to see what you can do better. And even though Capybara and the best about 100 points ahead of the competition, if you're not MVP or I love you, like, you could still, if you play your cards right here, get at least one more or make at least a little bit of a run to the top.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's been an absolute show tonight. The amount of drama that's happened at people's base. The best here, they're taking my advice as well. They're looking for another raid. One raid in the top 2 at the moment will secure it. One raid. Or, right, not MVP, need to take the 2 out, top 2 out.
Yeah.
It's a hard task, very hard task, but you gotta be ambitious.
You definitely have to, and nice kills coming out from the best, and I think we've said it like all day. Capybara and the best are really picking their battles like better than anybody else. The best doesn't decide really to raid one of those top teams that might be defending super hard. They decide to raid Lost, who is one of the bottom teams at the moment. So I think it's really smart already shooting out some rockets as we approach about 11 minutes left in the raiding phase.
Yep, indeed. I don't really... Capybara, though, they're running away with kills, it seems. Slowly being chased by the best, but... The best need to get themselves in this compound and raid it. You know, they have no choice. They've got 10 minutes to do it. Speed up. Start, here we go. Here it comes. Here comes the boom. It's speeding up. They're sending rockets in left, right, and centre. And this is going to be a very enjoyable last 10 minutes. Can they find it? If they find TC, they've won. Didn't they win earlier as well? Did they win EU?
Yeah, they did.
Exactly.
So
2 wins in one day. They get this.
It would be back to back.
Yeah. Or just go for kills. Go for kills. You've got the time. Capybara, they've slowed down. Best, get in there. Kill them. Make this a good final. Get it close. I genuinely think this will fall down to the last second. It will. Like, it's crazy. That's how close this one is. It's amazing to see, though. It's actually brilliant to see.
It's the best action ever, and it's going to come down to the absolute wire. Capybara rating the best rating. If one of them gets a TC and the other doesn't, probably would be the victory. And like you said, you need kills, and the best are trying to get them. Have now made it down to 5 points. It was up to 8. It was at the least at 2. So this gap has been widening and closing, and both of these teams really pushing it down to the final moments. Lost doing everything they can, but the best just have to kind of abandon their base at the moment, push all 6 players on, and try and get the best raid they can in these final 9 minutes.
Exactly. The best raid. You know, at this point, if I was Capybara, I'd go, okay, you know, EMP, you know, they've clearly held us off. Let's go for the best. Give them something to work for. If they go for the best, oh my word, 5 points. This is incredible. This is crazy. Just, you know what? For the highlight for this one, just toss the whole last 15 minutes in. The last 15 minutes has been incredible. Like, that's a highlight video right there. This has been the best event I've casted so far. And the teabag there from Jamesy, no respect, but there's only 4 points in it. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm on the edge.
I'm off my seat at this point. Like, who needs their seat anymore? But they're almost in the compound already. So, like you said, though, Capybara, they've chosen their fights so well throughout the day. And if they chose to go for the best, they're not at their base. They would have no one back to defend it. Santa with the Titanic ship over here, also one of those members. But best is pushing on to Lost. They really want that raid, but Capybara also pushing.
Capybara have just run away with the kills as well. There's 5 points in between it, and then 5 points just went in an instant. Messi getting a kill streak as well, but not really in the action. They can still push themselves up the table a slight bit, but you know, it's going to be really interesting here. Kills are still coming in for Capybara. Points are still jumping up for them. It's going to fall down to whether the best can raid or not. It will.
It 100% is, and Capybara is going to lose some of their members on the outside here, so a door opening for the best as, like you're saying, EMP kind of holding down their fort, not letting Capybara getting into their base, not letting them get to that TC, and I think, like you said, it's going to all come down to the best, whether or not they can get this raid off, and whether or not EMP can successfully hold off Capybara.
Yeah. And again, it will be amazing, to be honest, to see what happens here. Like, the best are in there. Come on, the best. Make this the best one we've ever seen. If this is how they steal it, the kills still low. It's close. It's too close for my liking. Oh, it's jumping. So many doors for 6 minutes. So many doors.
There's a lot of doors. It's gonna be luck again for them to try and find it. The kills are there, down to just 5 points again. We've seen Capybara took a little bit of a lead up to 11, but it drops down now just to 6 points. 6 kills. A TC for the best would be huge here. They need to search through all of these doors and try and find it, though. Yeah,
it's a win. There's a win behind one of these doors for them. It might even come for kills. Kills now within 4. It's very scary times. The best. Oh wow, Lost are just sat in there. This is don't be in there. No way. Come on. No way. No way. Oh, it isn't.
Isn't.
If that was it, but there is a lot of people just hiding there. Maybe they want the kills. Maybe that's what they're going for. 3 kills in between it. 3 kills. Come on, chat. You must be hype off this. Oh no! What's going on? What is happening?
Lose one.
Oh no!
A trade.
2. Another one! Chris, come on, one more! You've got one more to kill. Get him. Alita, he's there. Get him. Oh my word, it's tied.
Wow.
It's tied. They're winning. Oh my word. Oh no. They are winning. They're up there.
They retake it. They retake the lead.
What is going on?
That's, oh man, the kills, the absolute beams from the best coming out on that top floor, taking the lead now by 4 points. Still
What's
super
going on?
tight. Oh
This is absolutely incredible. I have not, wow, adrenaline is pumping. Yeah. Oh, if they find TC, it's over though. If they find TC, Capybara have no chance of getting in there.
I mean, 5 minutes remaining, down to the final wire here. Capybara now down 6 points. They were leading by as much as 11 on the best when they had those kill points lead when they were raiding EMP, but it seems like they have slowed down a lot, and the best looking with these C4s. If they can find the TC, for sure, it would be a win.
There's not a lot of doors left. There's not a lot of doors left at all. Is it over there? No, still not found it. They're getting closer. There's only so much more they can search.
Yeah.
Down below, there's a lot of boom going on down there as well. 4 minutes to do it.
Guys?
Oh my word, there's nearly 10 points in between it now.
Yeah.
If Capybara are on that TC, then this could be the end.
I mean,
they did so well.
That's what they have to do. Like they have to push for a TC. I mean, 10 kills is not a lot, but TC for one team. I mean, if they both get the TC, that would be even more insane.
Oh my word. I've got to keep an eye closely on this. I can't miss out on any of this action because I am thrilled. I am honestly, this is the most excited I've ever got over a game in my life. This is so close. The nerves, the adrenaline, everything is coming in. All the emotions are coming.
Yeah, everything is gonna collapse, and 3.5 minutes remain. They're blowing up these doors. Lost does fend off a couple of those members, but the best is on an 8 kill streak, but Capybara with some of those kills bringing it tighter and tighter again. The lead so close, and not MVP. Takes out a team. It's not the team we expected, but Drunk Apes will fall. Not MVP, kind of out of this competition, but not too bad. They will most likely end themselves up in 3rd place, 305 points. Not too shabby, but honestly, the real focus right now is on these 2 top teams. I mean, 4 points separate them right now.
Oh my word. We wanna see Capybara. We wanna find Capybara. Where are they? Forever's alone. Ball, another kill for the best. The best now looking to find this TC. The TC would be a win for them. Definitely. But again, Capybara, they're chasing up. They were on a raid. I don't know if they still are on a raid. But maybe they just went out for a kill mission instead. There's 5 in between it. 5 points. This is incredible. This is actually incredible.
It is so close. They might even hit 400 points. These teams, I mean, that's
one of
the highest scores I've ever seen.
But EMP aren't giving them the pleasure of defending. They've all run away so they don't get the kills. There's only a couple left. Well, here we go. They're all coming back now. This might be the kills that they need. Oh no! The point jump for the best though. 4 kills.
So close.
They can't. There's no way they're finding TC unless they get a very nice outside shot. 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining. This is. It looks like the best has this, but so close.
So close. Yeah. Capybara I mean, they have to put everything they have right now into raiding this base. If they are not successful, if they do not get these kills, they will fall short. Down
2
now
kills
by 10 points.
Nikita, he's getting in there. He's getting as many as he can. Big Pappy's coming back to the battle. This is very, very close.
Don't get the res off. 2 of their members end up dying. EMP, I believe, on the backside, gets that really nice flank, and Capybara might just fall short here. We're going to be going down to a minute left. The best, they might not even need that TC. 402 points, absolutely nuts, and it's going to come down to it, but I don't think Capybara will be able to pull it out.
What is happening? Lost are still defending.
Oh.
They've changed direction. What is this base? It looks like... well... I mean, shit's the only way they can think for it. There's not really much going for it. It is, at this point, destructed completely.
I mean, Capybara, an interesting choice. They decide that we're going to shove all of our forces over to where the best are and maybe try and steal a TC from them as we get down to 20 seconds left. It's going to come down with the best in the lead by 9 points at the moment. I don't think Capybara has enough resources unless they can get on in here. They are in the base.
They're in there. Oh my
left. Eight kills is all they need. I don't think it'll be dumb.
No, it won't be. It won't be. No,
seconds.
No, it's not. There you go.
It is.
What a performance, man. Oh my word.
Wow.
That was actual. Oh wow. 3 points. Wait, what? Wait, what? Capybara? Capybara?
They pull it out.
They won! What the fuck? How? How?
Maybe
No
they got
way!
some defense points or something like that, or maybe just a bunch of kills in the finals there, but Capybara, wow.
No way!
Cinderella story, taking out the #1 team and then taking out another to jump themselves into that first place. A tight race with the best in the last like 15 minutes, and they end up winning by 3 points. Wow.
That is... What? I thought the best won. I thought the best had won, but the points updated. What the... Capybara, man. I've never seen it. I've never seen that in my life. They were so far behind as well. It was like 9 points. And they managed to jump a solid 10, 15 points to get the top. That's wow, that's bang on impressive. That's incredible.
That's just such an impressive performance from them. Absolutely shocker. On the edge of our seat. I mean, obviously all of the teams today performed really well. All these top 10 teams, only 10 teams left out of 29, so a lot of bloodbath here, and Capybara ends up with 407. The best will take that silver medal. Second place, 404. A pretty big gap between them and Not MVP, who end up at 319. I Love You does end up with 280. Messi with 266. Lost with 247. Forever with 243. OPG with 236. Santa with 240, 224, and EMP with 170.
That is incredible. We might actually be able to get an interview. I am just contacting some of the higher staff because honestly, the comms in that call, the hype in that call would be absolutely over the top, like amazing. That is. They've all gone, unfortunately, Capybara. So doesn't look like we'll be getting the interview. But oh my word, that was incredible.
I mean, just absolutely well done. I mean, you gotta think they gotta be super excited on that win, just pulling it out right at the end. I mean, talked about how they picked their targets. Like each of their targets was just a chess move that they imagined in their head, and it just worked out for them. They chose their targets so well, and because of that, they win the game today.
They do indeed, and I must say, very well done to them. It was so ever so close, and they managed to pull it off. The best though, very well played as well. You must be devastated after that. You thought you'd had it as well. The scoreboard said that you had it, and then all of a sudden, taken out your hands. I mean, we can run through all the teams as well to see how everybody did. But the amount of raids and defenses completed by everyone. Here we go, Capybara. 5 raids, 4 defenses, 167 total kills, 133 deaths. The kills obviously was a really big push for them to get that points. The positive KD with 34 positive as well. Nikita, see the kills as well. There's nothing too spectacular, nothing too high. But you know what? Everybody participated to it. Everybody.
It's a really good performance. 5 raids completed. Absolutely nuts. And I mean, like you're saying, the best, we've talked about them. They won EU, coming in second place, obviously falling really short. You hate to see it, but they did perform absolutely amazing, hitting over 400 points. You got to give props to them. But Capybara just absolutely nuts. You see the best, they do get 3 raids completed. They get 208 80 kills. So popping off.
They do. Yeah. Well, not MVP. Here they are. 3 raids completed, 1 raid defense. A positive KD as well, 187159. Really, really well done to them. Bergier with the most kills, 50 for him. I mean, again, another really solid performance. Obviously, they didn't make it close to the top really at all, but they did put the effort in, they did put the shift in. So another very good performance from not MVP. But I love you, not far behind.
So it's a really good performance. Like we said, all of these top 10 teams really, really did amazing work. I think it was a really good day of action, a really good day of Base Invaders to watch.
Yeah, it was. But we can go to I Love You, see how. Obviously, there's only 10 teams in it as well. You did call that at the start. You're only going to see 10 teams left, and there you go, 10 teams are left. I mean, I Love You, though. Here they are. Didn't get any raids completed. But, 264 total kills. Jesus, that's a lot. There's where the points came from. There's where the points came from.
That's where the points came from. Yeah, that's they get if they maybe next time. I hope to see them back for the next Base Invaders. Maybe if they can raid some more and along with the kills, they would definitely have a huge chance of taking a win there. But we'll go on to Messi here and see what they're looking like. They did also get 0 raids completed and just again popping off with those kills, popping off with those raid defenses. Very, very successful.
Yeah, and I mean, the top 5 teams every week are incredible. It's easy. You see how teams get forward. No raids and they get themselves 5th, and just like I Love You, no raids and they get themselves to 4th. Really, really good event tonight, though. Really, really good. So I want to thank all the players for making that as accepted as it was. All the viewers, amazing. Everybody in the back staff as well. We've got Lama, obviously casting alongside me, Ian with the observing work, and Gigi with the broadcast. So I want to thank everybody for tonight. It was probably the most intense game of my life. The biggest shock as well. Did not expect Capybara to win, but it was an absolute pleasure.
It was an absolute pleasure to cast alongside. So make sure to check out the server. The command is !invaders to join the Discord server. In Twitch chat if you want to participate. But we also appreciate all of our players, like you're saying. Hopefully they come back next week to get. So we can get some more Rustoria action. But I have been Llama. With me, obviously, is Ped. Appreciate him casting with me. Thank you, all the viewers, for watching here today. This has been Rustoria Servers, Base Invaders, North America 6v6 $100 tournament. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time.